Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharika Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And, I was just meditating on, the world, Esau, the kingdom, and, man, the kingdom's going to be, listen, if you think Esau has knowledge, just know that the Lord has only given Esau enough knowledge, right, for him to destroy himself, right? Because of the darkness and the evil which is in his heart, the Lord gave him the knowledge to destroy himself, to lead to his own destruction, to fulfill prophecy. We, the Israelites, we're the ones that's going to be given the full knowledge, like the proper knowledge, real, pure knowledge, as alongside the righteousness, man, the light, to guide us in the use of that knowledge. And it's going to create a world that's unseen, that people going to look back at this time like it as what it is, the dark ages, and they're going to look back at the technology and be like, damn, like they really thought they knew something, they really thought they was onto something, but really they was on no level. All right, no, the level of understanding and wisdom that the Lord is going to unlock. But first, the first and most important thing that we're going to get is the righteousness, the knowledge, wisdom, or understanding that comes with righteousness and right judgment. Because without that, any other knowledge you have becomes void. It's gonna be death unto you. Right? So first and foremost, we need that new heart, that heart of flesh, where we do righteousness, we do right. And on top of that, the Lord's going to give us all science, man. And the science that we going to be rolling with, man, sci-fi. Esau ain't got it like that. Trust me, Esau's thing is going to be the bootleg thing compared. All right? Because our thing's going to be spiritual, next level, tuned in, upgrade. Right? This is Daniel's 1 and 3. It says, and the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding of science. So don't think that science is something that Esau came, Esau's the master of science. He's not. Really, the children of the Lord are the masters of science, because the science is of the Lord. The Lord's only given Esau what was necessary to get us to the point where we're at now. Just like he gave him the knowledge of how to open up the atoms with the nuclear bomb, right? In order for him to destroy himself. All right? He gave him the knowledge to create the microchips and all this stuff. Yeah, so we can do the MOTB. All this is necessary for his own destruction. The Lord ain't giving him everything. All right? The Lord ain't giving him everything. All right? Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge. Knowledge is science, and understanding science, and such as had the ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. Because even back then, we were men of science. You see, Esau, through slavery and through, psychological operations, has marginalized our people to be entertainers and, really entertainers. Jake see themselves as chiefly entertainers. They don't see themselves as first and foremost a spiritual people, a people of spiritual authority, and a people of scientific authority, a people of knowledge, a people of wisdom. We don't see ourselves that way. We see Esau as being the man of science and wisdom, but we're just entertainers, we're jesters, we're rappers and people that should do backflips. All right, but no, that's not really who we are. We're people. We're supposed to be the people of the highest science, and we will be. All right, this is about to go down. Right, we go back to Solomon. Right, King Solomon. Right, this is the Wisdom of Solomon 7. Right, this is verse 17, and this is the Lord gave unto Solomon, for he hath given me certain knowledge. Again, what's knowledge? Science. All right, so the Bible is not against science. Right, Esau's false science is against the Bible, like evolution and all that. For ye have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons, the circuits of years, and the positions of stars, astrology, all of that. We're going to have all that knowledge in its perfection. The nature of living creatures, the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, which is meteorology, the reasonings of men, psychology, right? The diversities of plants and botany, herbology. We're going to get all the perfect knowledge when it comes to herbs, when it comes to the different uses of the plants. And there's more uses out there than what Esau knows. There's all kind of different herbs, all kind with medicinal use for building, use for all sorts of things. And we're going to get all that knowledge, man, because the Lord has all that knowledge. Because the Lord is perfect in his knowledge. Esau ain't perfect in his knowledge. Don't ever think that. As much as you think Esau knows, he ain't on no level. Trust me. He really ain't on no level. When the kingdom comes, you're going to see who really on the highest level. The diversity of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. Right? So that's coming back. And we're going to have technology. And by the way, they had technology in the ancient world. They had crazy technology in the ancient world. They had the technology that to this day, Esau ain't got it. He can't work it out. All right? They had a technology before the flood, but the technology didn't save them. And that's why the principal thing that the Lord has given us is not technology. It's not the scientific knowledge of the universe to operate and of workmanship. The ultimately the first knowledge and the foundational knowledge is the knowledge of righteousness. Is on understanding good and choosing good. Right? Because there's no point having all the other knowledge, but you choose evil. And you don't know righteousness. Because guess what? You're just going to destroy yourself. But before the flood, they had technology. Just like before this great technology, this drug destruction, they got technology. That's not going to save them. Technology can't save them. Esau thinks his technology can save him, his science, but no, it can't. All right, no civilization has ever been saved through science. Because once you're condemned in the spirit, you're just condemned. All right, there was a scripture. Oh, right, verse 16, I didn't read that. It says, for in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and the knowledge of workmanship. Yeah, when you see the workmanship that we're going to perform in the kingdom, it's going to be a mad thing. It's going to be like a whole different universe, man. People ain't going to be able to believe it. Because they thought Esau's thing was the real thing. They're going to find out, nah. Esau's thing ain't the real thing. I'm a man I've always been into biology and science, man, and I can't wait for the Lord to, just do away with this demon and really show us what life is all about, what his creation is all about. Really open up the knowledge, man. Because with Esau, the knowledge is all corrupted and tainted. You know what I mean? It's all corrupted and tainted and evil, man. I want to get that pure knowledge, man. Whew, I can't wait, man. It's just to be in awe of the Lord's creation. To be in awe of his majesty and his wisdom, man, in his creation. And we're going to get all that knowledge, man. And that's why our kingdom is going to be, one of the reasons why our kingdom is going to be superior. Or like I said, the foundation of it, the superiority, is in the righteousness, the law, the light of the Lord, which begins with righteousness, okay, first and foremost. And then with everything else is going to be added onto it. It's going to be different level, man. The knowledge that we're going to have, man. So, and the knowledge is going to be known. It's going to be published. So it's going to be benefiting, man. And so it's just going to be a better world, man. Right now, there's certain things that are known, but they're not published or they're not administered. So many things that are done in this world is ignorant, man, and backward. Like I was discussing with the brother Gabar Yahweh today, even the way we go to the toilet is set up wrong. You're supposed to be stooping, down when you go to the toilet instead of sitting up, everything's wrong. Even the way in the West, they have women having babies on their back when you're supposed to take a position that opens up their hips and allows for the baby to come out through gravity. Putting the baby on the back, putting a woman on their back is not good science. It's not knowledge, man. But this is the world we live in, man. Corrupt and ignorant under the guise of knowing something. They don't know shit, man. Esau ain't impressive, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Wait till we get the real thing. Them man are gonna know like this guy was faking it the whole time. His thing was low grade. He just had just enough. Yeah, the Lord gave him just enough to destroy himself, and that's it. Yeah. This is the book of Baruch 3. It says 35. This is our God, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, his son Yahushai, who is his express image. And there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. You can't compare these idols, right? You can't compare Esau to the Most High. Different. Big difference. Like inside joke. Big difference. Word to Zlatan. Yeah? Big difference. All right? He have found out all the way of knowledge. So imagine the Most High don't do research. See, a man do research and through observation and they learn and through trial and error. The Most High don't do research. The Most High made all things the way they are. He created reality. He created knowledge. He knows. He just knows everything. Man didn't have to know, how to pop popcorn. He made the popcorn. He knows how it works. Everything that we study and we think we know and it is true because the Lord made it that way. He knows everything, man. Vast amounts of knowledge. Esau is still trying to learn. Every other day, Esau, we thought we knew this, but we was wrong about that. You be surprised how much things that you think Esau knows, but when you really look into it, they don't know. They're guessing. And a lot of times they have to go back and correct themselves. Because they ain't the Most High. They ain't got it like that. But we ain't going to have to correct ourselves in the kingdom. The Lord's just going to be giving us the knowledge, man. Oof. It's different. Right? He have found out all the way of knowledge and have given it unto Jacob his servant and to Israel his beloved. Oof. You see it there. It's given unto us. So, man, in the kingdom, man, man, when you're talking about technology, when you're talking about knowledge of crop growing and anything, any knowledge you can think of that's necessary for life, we are going to have it and we're going to administer it. And that's one of the reasons why the nations is going to praise us, man. Because we're going to give the knowledge to these nations. And they're like, yeah, man, this people is wise, man. They know what they're doing. Not only beginning with the laws, obviously, Isaiah the 2nd chapter, but then imagine all the other knowledge that we're going to gain, we're going to kick to them of how to build and how to do this and how to do that. They going to say, yo, to hell with Esau, man. Esau's thing was bummy, man. Esau's thing was crusty and corrupt, man. The damn technology he was giving us was killing us, man. He didn't know what to do. Man's using frequencies and killing people. Because he don't really know how to master the frequencies the right way. We're going to get the mastery of the frequencies. The masteries of the energies. Esau ain't got the masteries, man. Esau will kill you. Esau will give you a piece of technology, and you're like, oh, that's great, and it's killing you. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna give someone a technology that's killing them? That means you don't know what you're doing, man. Monkey with a laboratory, man. We gonna get the real thing. We just gotta get past this devil and learn righteousness, man, through Yahweh Shai. And that's why this ministry is really first and foremost about edifying ourselves in the ways of the Lord according to righteousness, man, and leading up to that new covenant, which is that new heart. And once we get that, then the Lord can open us up to all this other knowledge, spiritual power, all of that, man. Because that's a science too. That's a knowledge. Yeah. How to. The wisdom and spiritual power. Oh, man. We're going to be opened up, man. We're going to get that spiritual Google. Oh, whew. Different level, man. Different level. Everything just different. But first and foremost, man, we gotta get through this bullshit, man. And like I said, Esau's world is gonna looking back in hindsight, people are gonna be like, yeah, that was whack. This guy really thought he was somebody, man. He was really whack. He's really just a waste, man. You know, a brute, a pretentious brute that the Lord gave enough rope to hang himself, and that's it. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.